Thank you, sugar. Guys, my 15-year-old is getting my wig ready. You know, I just was fixing my hair and she was like, no, your wig is not right, mom. These are the pleasures, guys, of having girls, you know, daughters. They know what's chic, they know what's beautiful, and they want their mom to always look stunning. Thank you, my sugar. Thank you so much, darling. This is so nice. I needed this. I was gonna have to take it to the salon, you know. But yeah. Thank you. And you know how I pay, most name? The allowances, the advances. Thank you, my sugar. Hi, Mandase, I'm off, but let me quickly do an outfit check for you. And then I'm gonna have to go take an Insta pic. Let me put it down. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Osis Nomveliso on all of my socials. Molweni guys, Molweni Mandase, Molweni girls and boys. Sana, we're all about beauty, we're all about self-improvement. Please stay, you'll like it here. Mandase, I thought I would come in quickly. I am off to an evening of mommy duties, Mandase. I am dressed in my oversized blazer. Let me show you. It's a double breast blazer.
Wow, wait.
I am dressed and as you know, for the fashion lovers, you know, most fantastic about how we do this thing. Sometimes we take Ganje and show your full self. This is my best self. Let's look, I think, for the month of April. And let me just say, Sana, welcome to the month of April, Mandas. I hope it's gonna be a blessed month for all of us. So I have on my short hair with a bang today because I thought, let me switch it up. In with the new Bandase, out with the old Bandase. You know, you have to reinvent yourself. It is within your right. No one will tell you not. Bandase, you have it in you. You can be whatever you want to be. So I thought I'll switch it up, Bandase, and just come as I am. So there's my earrings, my pearls, and this is the clothes that I have on. So I thought I'll do that double accessory vibe, you know, that it looks good. And then these are my best shoes, Bandas, as I was saying. Bandas, you have to be in a good mood to go shopping for shoes, because shoes is something that will stay with you forever. These are my best girly shoes, Bandas. No matter where, no matter the latest trend, these, Bandas, stood the test of time. These are beautiful, these are gorgeous. I can wear this anyway and still be the best dressed in terms of the shoe. So yeah, these are my best shoes, and then I'm gonna pair this look with these shoes. Fantastic, beautiful girly shoes. I like the pointy here. They're very comfortable. They might not look like they're comfortable, but they're very comfortable. And I have a table there, Fantastic, in front of me. I'm gonna do this clutch. How gorgeous! I don't know if I showed you. There was a day that I did show my shoe rack, and then showed this. Let me just take out everything that's inside. So this is how it looks like inside. It's a beautiful quality bag. This I got years ago. This still looks amazing. I love it. It's got so many compartments that you can use. Put your phone in the zip. You can still put in your makeup bag. Everything that you need in a bag. As someone is knocking. Sorry, someone was knocking. Yeah, so I was talking about this bag, and it's got all the compartments that you need in a bag. You can put in your cell phone at the zip and or other accessories or whatever you need as a lady. And I always have a little makeup box. I'll show you now. I carry this and then put it in here, but that's it, you know. Then my phone, my glasses, and I can still carry the bag with me. So that's how big it is. So I got this years ago, and I was like, maybe so yeah, this is the look I'm doing today. And I was thinking, Mandasaba, I must do this eyewear. Let me show you, just to finish the look. I think this is cute. yeah, I think this is so cute. So what do you think? So gorgeous. Just give me a second. Let me put on my shoes, then I can show you the complete look. Hi guys, I've put on the shoes. Let me just go back so that I can show you the look. It is a very long bag, but you get the idea. Yeah, this is the complete look. And I think it's elegant, I think it's so sassy. I think it's so feisty. It's cute. City moms are up. Yeah. So this is why again we go to gym, we exercise, we take care of ourselves so that things can sit mandantly. So yeah, that's my look. How do I look? Thank you. Hi guys. I just finished my Instagram shot outside. How do I look? So this is the look. Hope you like it. Let me know what you think. Yeah. Toodles. Yeah. Don't you know that? Hi, Mandase. This is my homecation. It is a moment like this, Mandase, that I speak to myself about how I feel. It's very important, Mandase, that I check on myself. I check with myself from time to time. So I do these meetings with myself, Mandase, just so that I can check where am I in my goals, my plans. Just like a business, you have to take time and review where you are in life. Are you still within your goals? Are you still following you said you would do? Because I have this thing, I don't want to disappoint myself. Things that I have control over, especially Bandase, I have to make sure that I follow up. But outside of that, Bandase, because we're in relationships with work partners, we're in relationships with friends. So sometimes I sit with myself and just have a review session to find out, as relationship still serve me, It could be someone that I love so much, Bandase, but you still have to ask those questions. Remember, Bandase, at the end of the day, you are responsible for the outcomes of your life. You are responsible for your choices. You are responsible, Bandase, for not correcting the wrongs, So I sit with myself from time to time and just ask myself, are the relationships in my life, the places I go to, the people around me, do they still serve my best interests? I know on my side, whoever I impact them in a good way. I know that on my side, I bring my A game in any relationship, whether it's work relationship, whether it's friendship relationship, whether it's a financial relationship. Oh, there's wind that's coming. Whether it's a financial relationship, and I say, whether it's a friendships relationship, I bring my A game. Whether being a mom, and I do these things that are part of my role so well, and that's my best capability, because no one is perfect. But however, I have to ask myself, do this relationship that I pour into, do they pour back into me the best way that I would like? And I'm not saying that people always know what to do or how to treat you, but there's a moment of teaching your partner, your friendships, your colleagues, your children, that they get to understand the kind of person that you are, and yet they don't follow up in terms of giving you back what you are putting towards them. So it's moment like this, but I sit with myself and just, check in and see, financially, how am I doing? Because I've set goals. Am I still within my budget in terms of my spend? Because I promised myself at the beginning of the year, if you watch my vlogs, you will see that I spoke about spending a lot of money, especially unnecessarily at restaurants. Yeah, or anything that doesn't serve me. I know that restaurants are nice, it's where we meet, but however, I would like to switch things up. I want to meet at a run, I want to meet at some activity, because the restaurants, if we're not doing business, shooting content, or we're not doing something constructively that will pay for the food that we are eating, I'm not doing it again, It's waste of money, first of all, and you're sitting there consuming all of that food, and yet that money will not come back. And I know, because there's ambience in places that we go to, you tend to spend more than you wanted to, So I'll go to a restaurant if someone takes me out, if my partner takes me out, my friend takes me out, if it's work that's going to pay. I'll only go once a month with my money, especially because now, if I go, I have to take my kids with. If I go on a solo date again, it's also once a month. So I'll go to a restaurant maybe twice a month on a solo date, or when I take my kids. So it's a family date. So that's part of me checking on myself. But am I still doing good to that promise that I've made to myself? Have I fulfilled it? Have I failed myself? With people that can no longer serve my best interest, and that's because I have to impact you positive. You impact me back positively. It's an exchange, it's a relationship. So no one has to gain more than the other. And then that's on my finances, have I saved the money that I promised myself that I will save towards shares, maybe an investment, or have I finished paying my kids' school fees on time, so that I can get discounts? Have I been buying groceries in places that are cheaper, So those are the questions that I'm asking myself. Have I been buying more things that I don't need, like clothes and all of that? So I'm reviewing that. And then secondly, towards my health, have I been exercising? Have I been eating well? Like I said, that I want to change my health for the better, So I think on that front, I'm doing okay. I've started running. I walk a lot, I jog, I gym inside the house, and I go to the gym, and, I try to eat healthy. I know that my weakest point is meat. So I'm trying to reduce on that front as well, because I have control over that as well. And on the friendship front as well, what kind of friendship do I have? Do they support the things that I like? Because I support the things that my friendships like. Do you understand? It has to be a give and take. It doesn't have to be a one-sided thing. And I can say on that front, the kind of friends that I have around me, they do support, or the people that I've recently met, people that have been in my life for the longest time, they cater to my needs. They know what I like. They support the things that I like. They, advise me where I need to. So I think there I'm doing pretty much okay. In relationships, in partnerships, here at home, because I have control to have a discussion about finances, how I want to be loved, my new love language, as we get older, we have different needs now. As much as it doesn't take too much to satisfy me these days, because of, I don't know, I've outgrown certain things. There's things that I don't want to say. I would like my partner to know before I can ask for. He's doing okay somewhere, but I have to remind him of other things. It's going okay, but it's a work in progress, like any other relationship. So, and then work-wise, am I fulfilled with my work, where I get my salary from? Work is work, you can never be totally fulfilled. It's not your home, it's not your business. It's a professional environment. You work, you put in your 100%, and then you go home and get paid. So I can say that I'm doing well on that front. Have I been a good mother to my kids? Yes, 100% on that front. I've been a very supportive mother to all of my children. I check in with them. I know what's going on with them. I give advice based on what I've gone through at certain different ages, because they're in different ages. The only place I'm struggling and that is the 6-year-old. I think with age now, because I've had her very late, and that's she demands a lot of play, and most of the time I don't have that time, but I'm making up for when I'm not at work. And that's during weekends I'm organizing play dates so that she has playtime. I'm educating her with the little time that I have after work. How we exhausted each and every time. So yeah, I think I'm doing okay. And then also, how am I feeling outside of the roles that I've just mentioned now, outside of being a mom, someone's pillar of strength, a friend? How am I feeling? I'm okay, Bandase. I'm okay. I'm trusting God for the things that I want. I'm putting action towards the things that I want, Bandase. Yeah, I think I'm doing my part. My God has not changed. It's the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. When the time is right, He will make the things that I truly want for. He knows my heart's desires more than I do. He knows where I belong more than I do. His plans are not my plans as much as I plan. And He knows where I belong, where I should be, what should be happening at this time in my life. And so I'm doing what little seeds that He puts in my mind, of thoughts, of ideas, of things to do. I'm implementing those. They've worked in the past, Bandase, and I trust that they are working now. I've always say I'm a child that is under guided steps, Bandase. All of that is 10% in my hands and then 90% in God's hand. But I think that's going well, Bandase. I don't have any complaints about the things I love. And I say, I just love my peace. I love my space. I love being with myself. I love being feminine, because, so I love being feminine. So I express those from time to time, in how I present myself, but that's in different spaces. Like I always say, there's a time and space. I don't want to be hard. Life is very hard, Mandas, Life is very hard, and it can change you. It can change who you are, things that have happened in the past, the pressure, to conform to certain norms, the pressure to be what you're not, wanting to fit in, but you can lose yourself, during that process. So this is me detaching. This is me trying to find out from myself, are we still on track? Are you okay? I check in with myself, and I've done it. It works. And I always say I operate much better with myself, and then when I pour in to others, and that's the results of me checking in with myself. At the moments when I pour into myself, ask myself questions. Am I in a better place? Have I impacted myself before I impact others? Have I put myself in a position where people are taking from me? Have I been honest? My relationships, sometimes we see, but there's certain things, but because we don't want to hurt people, we don't say things, but we can see, when someone is not being 100% honest, you can feel it, their body language, the things they say. So yeah, I'm in those kinds of relationships, some of them, I pretend like I don't see, because sometimes it's not my place, sometimes it doesn't affect me, but where things like those affect me, but that's the rest assured, you are out just like that in my life. It doesn't matter if we have history, it doesn't matter if we have years, it doesn't matter, Bandase, what are the attachments, it doesn't matter, Bandase, because you cannot put me in a position where I second guess myself, where I question myself, where I question the relationship that we've had, whether it be work, Bandase, whether it be relationships, whether it be partnerships, Bandase, it doesn't matter, but I treat people as I want to be treated. People should be able to read the room. People should be able to understand the kind of person that I am, that are around me, and treat me the same way that I'm treating them. The things that I'm putting my time into, are they worth my time? Because we only have one life at the end of the day. This is not a rehearsal, Mandase. We learn that late in life. We learn that after certain decisions. We learn that after using our time not wisely. We learn by, you have to put your time into things that are meaningful, into things that, will benefit you. So I'm in this journey of self-recovery, self-restoration. Of course, God restores. I'm just doing my part. So that's self-recovery for me, self-restoration. Starts with my health, Mandasa. Because what that means, Mandasa, is also saying no to things that no longer serve me, saying no to doing things for others. Mandasa, putting me first. That might come as a shock to many. I've seen in my relationships, when I say no, Mandasa, people tend to feel like they're entitled to my yes. Feel a certain way. They feel like they can influence me to say yes, when I've said no, and my no is enough, Mandasa. If you ask for something, you just say money. If you ask for money and I say no, I don't have. If I used to give you willingly so many times, the minute I say no, you should be in a position to understand I say no, whether I have that money or not. I'm within my right to say no. I'm not obliged to lend help financially. I'm not obliged, but I say, but I don't know if it's in the brown culture, people. We tend to force people to do things or to see things the way we see things. And we can differ and agree to disagree nicely without having to part ways here. Without having to be angry at the other person. So I've had situations where I refuse people certain things that felt entitled to my things, and people, they got angry, and I've lost those relationships. There's people that use other people to be a financial help or whatever help, or a friend for this, a friend to dump things on. I don't want to be a friend that we discuss misery, and that's it. I refuse to have a discussion about us being miserable, us being in pain. Yes, we have to discuss that, Bandas, and then you move on from pain. Why are you sitting on pain, Bandas? Why are you sitting on pain? You move on, you find a happy spot, you find a happy place, and finding a happy spot and finding a happy place does not mean you are without problems. It means they are there, you're solving them, you found a solution, you discuss the solution, and then you're moving on to the next thing. Because that's part of being an adult, by the way. We have to solve issues, Mandase. You understand, Mandase? You have to solve issues, especially the issues that are in your control. I always say that when the issues in your control you can solve, how you feel about certain things, about certain aspects of things, but they say you can change those things. Either you remove yourself from that or you don't discuss them at all. So yeah, I've had a rude awakening of finding out that so the relationship was about finances. Now that I don't give you anything, it's not okay. You're not okay with that, and the relationship went sour, so I was an instrument for this kind of help. So yeah, those are the things I'm reviewing, Mandase, about how I show up for others. Who's showing up for me, Mandase? Hey, you'll be shocked, but you are the only person that shows up for others the way you do. Hey, Mandase, I'm saying that do with passion. The way you show up for others, Mandase, you'll be shocked that no one shows up for you the way you show up for others. Hey, you must just one day check your cell phones. Just check. Go through your cell phone, Mandase. Go through the people that you have on your cell phone and see who can you call in the middle of the night for a certain issue, Mandase, and will help you just like that. If you find them that are more than the fingers on my one hand, Bandase, good for you. Good for you, Bandase. You're so blessed. You are highly blessed. Yeah, man. Abanye betu, we don't have people like that, Bandase. And Bandase, I understand in my case because when you the person that is strong, the person that is always there for others, people tend to think about you don't need help, you don't need others. I don't know, but is it because people can relate only to people lower than them? If you show a little bit of sign of being on the same standard or same level or same understanding, they tend to push you away and think that you don't need others or you don't need support whatsoever. Now, that's the story of my life, and I'm not playing victim. No one owes me anything. I don't expect anything from anyone, I'm just stating the facts. But if I were to count people that I can just call just like that for 1 or 2 days, you'll be shocked here, but because of character of person that I am, and I'm strong. I've been there for so many people financially. I've been there for so many people, and in prayers, some have gone their ways, but always saying now I've done my part in impacting others. I'm still doing my part and impacting others. It's just that I was so shocked when I went through my phone and looked and realized, hey, Sana, who are these people that I'm surrounding myself with? What have I done to my life, to myself? But that's it, have my eyes been closed this long, so, and I'm grateful, but God has woken me up. When they say God rebukes you, he rebukes you, and does it just like a caring father, So I've gotten my wake-up call to say, hey, wake up. The person or these people that you think will be there for you one day, they're not what you think. So it is in these sessions, it's in these sessions, that, I do a reconciliation. I speak to myself, I do an analysis, I look at the negative or positive impact of the people around me, people that I keep, people that I chose to keep, or people that chose me, because of certain things that they think they might gain from me without me knowing, but why do I have these people in my life? But I'm glad I'm at a point where I'm reviewing, I'm checking on the people that are surrounding me, am I moving forward in my life or am I going backwards? What are they doing for me that I cannot do for myself? As tough as it sounds, I'm no one's victim. I'm not a victim, and I'm more than a conqueror through Christ Jesus. I'm just glad because God has shown me, but when I now elevate you, you will know that the circle that you thought you had, or the people that you chose or that chose you, are not for you. So I'm glad now that I'm in a space that I'm isolated, alone, and I can now make certain, crucial judgments or important judgments, and with myself, based on what I see around me. I don't know if that makes sense. English. Again, take English, but I'm not even afraid to say that. But I'm glad God has given me an opportunity just to review my friendships in my isolation, in my time alone, and afforded me this time, because time is money, Bandase. Time is wasted, time is money, time is something that you never get back, Bandase. So I no longer play with my time. I'm not growing any younger, Bandase. And we all go through that, Bandase. One way or the other, in our respective corners, in our respective spaces. It depends at what stage in your life that you see. But hey, where I invested in friendships, jobs, whatever, the market, it's not the right one. It happens even in business, they invest stock on certain wrong markets, and they fall apart. Let me cheers. And I hope you can relate, understand. Let me know what you think. No, I'm speaking for myself, but this impetus on, and I love that now we have an internet that we can talk, but about this relation so that we don't suffer in isolation, because no one has it all, has it figured out. We suffer the same thing, it's just different ways. Do you get what I'm saying? When we wake up at different times, so this is me trying to think about when's it going on, I'll be right back. Where am I with my life? I'm just within my thoughts. I'm just in my thoughts, Mandase. I still trust my thoughts. They worked for me in the past. I know that they will still work for me. Same guided steps, same Jesus. He never changes. He's the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. And I say to myself, Mandase, there's things that you think are good for you. There's things that I think they're good for me, Mandase. Choices, places, friendships, all of that, Mandase. And they're not good for me. In my prayers, Mandase, no matter what is that I love, Mandase, if it's not good for me, Mandase, I've told God, help me let it go. Or let me let it go, or give me the strength to let it go. Because you can't have things that will kill you. You understand, Abandase? Isn't it better to be at peace? You understand, Abandase? Than to be in places that don't give you peace. And in the long run, Abandase, they will make you sick. And you lose your life at the end of the day. So part of my prayers is to say, God, help me let things that I love but are not good for me go. Mandase, I might not have the will, but in God I have the will. Do you understand, Mandase? Yeah, so that's where I am, yes, and in my life. I'm in the right path, Mandase. I'm exactly where God wants me to be, in every sphere of my life. There's a reason for the lessons, even with the people that no longer serve me. People come to our lives for reasons. People teach us things. I've learned my lessons and I'm growing from that, Mandase. Yeah, that's where I am with my life. I wanted just to come in and sit and share, but these are the very intimate moments that I have with myself. I'm happy that I've shared this with you. I'm sure you also have your own intimate moments. If you don't, please start having that with yourself. It is a discussion with your inner self, with the Holy Spirit. I started this discussion with prayer and, to say, God, lead me, speak through me, the things that I'm not able to express, say them for me. So have a sit down with you, talk to yourself. It's a normal thing. It's a must, actually. You have to do it, Mandase. It's not for special people. It's not something to ignore. You talk to other people, so you have to talk to yourself first. Just to ask yourself, sit down and go girl, say right. Where are we? Go right. And don't be afraid to say, I've failed myself. I've failed here. I need to move from here. This is not right. Because at the end of the day, you have yourself to answer to. Before other people, you have yourself to answer to, Mandase. And this decision might be very hard, but they need to be taken as part of adulting. And at some point, we know about certain people are supposed to be in your life for a season. I think it's a well-known quote. Yes, it is true. I know I had friendships when I was a teenager. They're no longer in my life. Friendships in my workplace are no longer in my life. Relationships, they're no longer in my life, workplaces. So everything applies. There's a time for it. There's a time and season for it. It's okay when they end. Your relationship with food, your relationship with toxic friendships, your relationship with toxic relatives, your relationship, Mandase, with your toxic self. They also has an expiry date. Everything, Mandase, in the expiry date does not mean that you failed. It means that the time is here and now. Let me know what you think of this conversation, Mandase. staycation, it's a homecation, but that's, I'm giving myself time for myself, not being a mom, not being a friend, not being someone's pillar of strength, not being an employee. This is my time. I'm giving myself time to just be, to breathe, and to remember, where did I stop? How did I stop? Am I at the right beginning of things? Do I still need to have certain relationships with certain people? Do they still serve me? But am I okay? I'm checking in with that inner child in me. Am I okay? But we grow up, but in a certain household, and then we meet certain pains, and they change who we are. They really do change who we are. And we were born free, we were born happy, we were born innovators, we were born trailblazers. And we were born very enthusiastic, but because of situations that we meet and they change us, the shocks, and we're like, wow, this person, I didn't think they would do this to me. Some people that are very, very close to us, personal people, different kinds of shocks, and then you end up being someone else, and so you have to come back, accept things have happened, and you draw back your old beautiful soft self, and now you're no longer naive, now you're no longer weak, now you're no longer a victim. You are informed about people, situations, places, habits. Do you understand? You are informed, you're well informed. So what are you doing, as part of you now, protecting yourself from that, or removing all of those situations from you? But don't let them change you. But stay soft. I know certain people hide themselves because they're trying to please other people, want to come across as certain people. No, don't hide yourself. And you, like I always say on my previous vlog, you're very special, you're unique, you were created for a purpose. You be yourself, be yourself. Uba umuntu othanda uba cute, ndithanda uba cute, not soft, but I've been in situations that could have hardened me, but I always come back. Is a sissy, alright, yeah, and I continue, being myself, while I do other things, but I'm no longer living for others. I'm no longer shrinking myself for others. I'm no longer serving others before my needs are served. We're not here for other people. We're here for ourselves. First, we have to be happy first before we give to others. So check the people that are in your circle are not taking the little that you have for yourself, and are you fulfilled when before you can now, turn to other people, Okay, honeys, bolala, more pops, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for tuning into this section of the vlog. And for no criticism, vlog, this is just about me. You're gonna get Mandasta and nothing else. Thank you so much. Let me know what you think, Mandasta. If you found anything that resonates with you, thank you so much. Bye. Hi guys. Good morning, Mandasa. A quick outfit check. So I have on my striped black and white pants. They're big at the bottom. Then I have on my shoes. Very nice shoes. I got this from Wallis. And I have on my long sleeve top. This is my winter top, guys. And it's so nice. You can also wear it in winter. In summer, it's a bit stretchy. Love it, Sana, And I have on my bags, guys. Come with me to work.
I'm not hugging you. It's just how it's supposed to.
I look exquisite, Sana, for myself, for my standards. Good morning, Mandase. I'm on my way to work, guys. Hi, I'm taking you with me today. Sana, I've had this hair from Sunday, this last week. Mandase, love the bang. Mandase, you know, I think it's so cutesy. My 15-year-old helped me put it together. She was like, Mom, let me fix your wig for you. You know, you look cute this way. So I was saying on that clip, it's so nice to have, you know, girl kids. Sorry. Yeah, Sana, so I was saying it's so nice to have daughters, Sana, you know. My hair hasn't as cute and all of that. So on my way to work, guys, I'm taking you with me. See you soon. Yeah, I made it. I'm at work and that's it. So yeah, let's go. Love, love, love my bangs, guys. This is my new look I'm trying on. I think it's so nice to be versatile. And go on, like babes. Yeah, let's go to work. Oh my God. That's it. It is afternoon and it's home time. Sana kuyakwicha again, you know this weather again. But kaloku mna at my age, I love this weather, this kind of weather. Ipholile bantasa. Sana the bangs are still intact. Yeah, I had a reasonably okay day, not so hectic, not so challenging, nothing draining emotionally. Because guys, we must watch ourselves, you know, in these spaces with other people and use our AQ a lot. Yeah, your IQ will get you in these jobs. But we all will get in these jobs or in certain places, but your EQ will keep you in certain places. So you really have to exercise that. I think it's the currency of the future. How well do you work with other people? Are you a trustworthy person? Are you an honest person? Are you honest with how you feel as a person? Do you bring chaos in an environment? Do you understand? Are you someone that brings problems but you can also solve them? So those are the currencies or the kinds of skills that you must have to be in certain spaces. You know, we learn that later as well, you know, later in life. But yeah, it's like that, you know. Everything that is right, the way the world is supposed to operate, is coming into place, Mandas, at this moment. So, you know, stick with who you are, be kind. I'm not saying to you when you are kind, you are stupid or you don't tackle issues, but be someone that is able to say when you don't like something, I do not like this, in a way I think we can solve it like this. Ungazine problems when I'm going chaos wherever you are, people are not getting along, you're disruptive. Do you understand? But there's people like that in this work environment. So you don't want to be that person. You always want to come up with good solutions. You always want to help others. In the process, if you cannot help, you point out a solution. That's what being impactful means. You understand? And those are the skills that you need. But those are the skills that you will need in the future. If no one has ever told you about what keeps us in these jobs, what keeps us in this position, it's the quality of the human that you are, the kind of person that you are, the one that would keep you in certain spaces. Don't worry about the people that are not of good quality, that are in certain spaces. Their time is coming. Some are just falling off on their own. Some but are being found out. Even if it's in a long run, but even if they've gotten away with certain issues, but now with platforms that we have, the exposure to social media, the kind of interaction that we have, we're conversing about issues that are impacting us in our different spaces, but we're able to come together and have discussions, and honest discussions. So I'm good. It is Thursday. I'm not going to be long on this. If you caught it, good for you, but if it's something that you still want me to explain, do let me know. Thank you for watching the previous video, I see the views are there. Thank you so much, and for the interaction to those who interact, and those who watch have not subscribed, please do subscribe. And I can't do wrong way to subscribe is to give me more subscribers. I know that there's people who watch but have not subscribed. There's been shy way to subscribe and let's support each other, let's push things together. If I'm in a certain space, that does not mean when you're gonna come out of the space, and if me coming up does not mean when now you will come down. Now you have your own calling, you have your own thing that you like. I'll support you there. You let me know about how can I support you. But I think there's room for all of us. We bring different strategies, different things. But we work well together, so much well. And I don't know why copy abanye as in intlanga. I don't know why we're not. And is it intlanga zethu lento yobasibenje, but let me leave that there, because now I'm gonna start and spiral conversations as negative. I don't want to do that this week. This is gonna be a beautiful vlog, but it's all about me, the things I love, things I wear, my work day outside of being a mom. I think that you've seen that. I'm just taking you with me to work, not seeing but now if we did not see it, you can say it. If we did not see it, we don't believe it these days. We want to see it before we believe it. Gone are those days or I am this but I'm not this. We want to see it. So I am it, as we say, but be it. And darlings, thank you so much. I have to go. Bye. So pretty after the rain. Oh my goodness. Sana. Hi guys, I'm on my way to the parking. It's so lush here. It is gorgeous. So let's go. Can see autumn has started. Hi Mandase, I wanted to show you my work look today. It's a work day, so I have on my blazer, I have on my silk shirt. Mandase, it is so gorgeous. I have on my mommy pants, Mandase, slick pants, put in your pockets. I have on my heels. I hope I have a very important meeting. I hope I'll be able to wear those high heels the whole day, but the more I lose the weight, the easier for me to carry on the high heel, So just wanted to show you my look. This look, Bandase. So I'm keeping it, loving it at the moment. It's going to cover me up for winter. It's grand, it's so gorgeous. Thank you so much, and welcome to this section of the vlog. I'll see you soon, guys. If I can take you to my work, but it's a very important day. I don't think I'll be able to vlog, but I always try. So thank you. So let me have my breakfast here, son. Yeah. We're serving with bits. Quickly. Hey, abathanda nekayicephe elikhulu abantwana. Cephe elingaka. How do I eat ngecephe elingaka? Baby girl, can you give me a teaspoon, mama? Yo, this is a very big spoon. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, let's eat. Hey, Mandasa. Let me close the camera. We have a few minutes. Yes, Sana. So since it rained, Kalok, about my table, since it rained, I decided to put the table in. I don't like clogged up spaces because this space is very small. But someone else will think it's open. I would like something that's more open, but this is perfect for me now, you know? It's less work, less cleaning, less things to buy, do you understand? Less maintenance for now. At this phase I am in my life, you have to gauge yourself, you have to know about what phase are you on, who has competition around. So for me, this is perfect. No maintenance, no cutting of grass. And we can quickly clean the house as and when. We don't need to sit all the time, but my house son is spanking clean. And where we can. So yeah, so since it was raining, I decided to bring back the table inside. Yo, Sana, and be like, let's keep it. It's not really going up the space. And this chair are foldable. The chairs that I'm sitting on are foldable. They might be a little bit flat. You can put a cushion so that you elevate too. But they're fine, Mandasa. So we eat here because our kitchen is on a little bit side of cutie small. But we love it, Mandasa. We work with what we have. So yeah, I just wanted to share with you about the name Tafilana together, and you can do our homework. We usually do our homework outside in the balcony. But now, because winter is coming, we're going to be a lot more, most of the time indoors, or we do our homework on the floor. So, yeah, then we have my wheat beefs and then go. I actually have wheat beefs in the morning and a slice of rye bread and that's it. And I am full. I'm on something similar to intermittent fasting, but it depends on what point you are still hungry during the day. Sometimes I go on up until just after 1. Sometimes if I push it, if I'm busy and I'll snack in between, have a carrot or something, and then I'll eat, just after 3 p.m. And nice veggie meaty meal. My weakness, Kalop. Sana nandi don't be on process on just yeah. So this week, it's all about the things I love, all about doing. I'll try in this vlog and have a sit down so that we can chit chat kakhona sijongana ebusweni mna nawe ana kaloku uba ngaba view mandase, it doesn't matter. I told you about now I'm here to document my life, but so far thank you guys, you're viewing, thank you engaging. I know I have a few people that are impacted. This me sitting down here is also about, it's not helping me, it's also helping me. I'm venting, I'm taking up things, I'm analyzing things within me, I'm sharing things. It's almost like offloading, so it's a give and take. Don't think about me. I'm just advising you. Some of it I'm like, wow, did I do that? Did I go through that? Did I manage to do that? And glory to God for making me strong. Oh yeah, that's what's on my mind, and I'm gonna have a sit down, something cutesy, something so that we talk, And this table, this is gonna be my table. I love this table. And I'm gonna do things around this table. Now it's gonna be winter. Let me tell you, it's gonna be winter. So I'm gonna pull my curtains and put them here because the drafting. The reason why I don't have the curtain, I just have the laces here, is because it's been hot. Here it gets hot here. The ceilings are very low, so it gets so hot easily. So that's why I don't have the curtains up. So yeah, I'm gonna tula my curtains. Most we put curtains away for winter, put them back. When I have my curtains on, Sana, I'm gonna make this corner cute. I might get other chairs. Soon that depending, but now I'm not those mothers that say I can't have one things because of the bad one. I all of them. Everyone you know, but you take something, you put it back where you took it. Yeah. But otherwise, those when isn't about it. So I'm gonna find other chairs that are very nice for this space. But you'll be with me in the journey, Mandasa. Love it for me. But at the moment, I'm happy with my space. I'm happy that I've made a decision to keep this here permanently because it's going to be winter. We're going to do our homeworks here, play our family games here, the works, honey. So let me eat quickly and then have my, what am I having? The okra yam, and then go. I think I'll put it in a bottle and then go to work like that. I'm not late, but then I'm back corner, so there are pitches and everything. And go right, what's out to Nana? There's nothing wrong. It's so nice that they're in different ages. Betsy's gonna go to the studio while the 15-year-old is with them. Otherwise, I'm out try and come from work very early so that she doesn't rush us. Okay, bye bye.
Okay.
Yeah. So I knew, but I must pay, yeah, but.
Okay.
So this is for delivery. It's not the taxes. Okay. Come guys. And that's it. Our first shilling of the year is here. I can't wait to open it and share with you, and then try on some of the things that I've ordered for myself. Most of them it's for my 15-year-old because I look with her birthday here. Princess treatment that look like that. You use what you have, the little that you have, but we have to give our kids the princess treatment, especially again, yes, when it's their birthday. So that's the little I could do, and shit is not so expensive, but you get nice things. So yeah, can't wait for her to see it. It's gonna be very excited. I'll share with you guys. I just have my last meeting now for the day. Watch it work. I had to come back early because it's cool. She's playing with the little one in the garden also. Cool here. Excited.
To tie it up somehow.
I don't understand.
And it's falling.
Yeah.
You have to tie it up somehow.
Mom, can I try it on?
Yeah, I can try it on. Show us your outfit. Yo, mom, don't. Yeah? You like it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's cover it. So your feet cannot come down.
It's supposed to go like this.
Okay. It's a women's suit pair. Cute. No, like this.